Nerdy Brew!
Hey, welcome back to another exciting episode of the podcast from the Nerdy Brew. I'm Julian.
Nathan.
Brandon.
I'm Paul.
Paul's here with us from the Stuart Dolly.
Oh, yeah.
Promote.
We're Stuart Dolly. We got an EP coming out.
Okay, and promotion. No, it's cool. Paul's one of our friends. Paul's one of our friends from the movie theater, and he's got an awesome band. And yeah, so keep going. EP.
Title is Ain't No Gas Station Gonna Sell You City Folk No Grenadine. Yeah, it's
Did you choose something longer?
That's a mouthful.
We'll just do the acronym of it, like A something whatever. As long as
Sure,
it
we'll go
doesn't
with
make
that.
any weird.
This was Bob's idea, wasn't it?
Of course. Absolutely. Bigger news though. Local Legends Festival. A friend of ours is organizing this festival for any local musicians, any local vendors or artists that want to get together. We had our first one a month ago in June. We're having our second one in September. 3 days long. 100 bands are playing. Camping. It's at Ricky Farm in Vernon, New Jersey. You guys should all check it out. I think Julian was.
Yeah, we
interested in it.
may actually be there as a group for the Nerdy Brew. So we might be there as I don't know, like a booth or something. We're not sure. We still have to look into it and see
How much it's going to cost us.
well that, but also what we can do. You know, I mean, everyone's got a tight schedule. You know, some of us work, some of us have kids, some of us don't have camping material. Some of us want to stay at hotels.
Hotels are available.
Hotels are available apparently, so there you go. We might do that. But yeah,
I'm all
we'll
about that great indoor life.
we'll definitely give you more information, and
Right indoors.
we'll definitely be helping Paul out with promoting that a little bit too. So that'd be cool. But I guess we could just go right into topics. So I guess the biggest one of the night is Pokemon Go.
AKA Pokemon, go fuck yourself.
You haven't downloaded, I'm assuming.
I have not, and I don't plan on it.
Why?
Why?
I always knew you were never a Pokemon fan.
Stupidity waiting to happen. I mean, I called that it was going to cause problems from the minute that I heard anything about it. They've already posted all over online. People are already getting in car accidents chasing Pokemon while they're driving.
But they're stupid.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah,
That's
stupid.
like most of America.
But
I
if
mean,
you
to
don't
be
drive that
fair-
much anyway, what else you gonna do?
To be fair, I was doing that as a passenger though, so I was not.
Yeah, it's a little different if you're a passenger.
It's totally different. You're not the one controlling the
Yeah.
giant
Sorry,
metal
crowd. Did I
vehicle.
speak to you?
Ignore the peanut gallery in the background.
Yeah, there's nobody else here but us four.
There's no one
voices you
else.
hear
On a
just
couch.
No one else. But yeah, Pokemon Go's been pretty cool, except for when the servers are down like every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Do any of you guys get this where you go to like throw a Pokeball at Pokemon and the game just freezes?
No.
I've gotten that like pretty much 70% of the time I've gone to catch a Pokemon.
What level are you?
4.
You?
I played through Margaret. My phone has no memories.
Motherfucker. I'm a 5. I got to play Pokemon Gym Battle, and I fucking lost horribly. You're 2? Nice. Veronica's a 2. Go find her. I don't know what her name is.
Yeah.
Any exciting Pokemon you caught? Brand, we're gonna leave Brand out of this conversation. Any exciting Pokemon you caught?
Oh, was it Alakazam who caught this?
What the
You
fuck?
caught an Alakazam?
Alakazam. All the way
Motherfucker.
here.
No shit.
Really?
Yeah. It was
Motherfucker.
easy too. I thought I would put up a fight or something. But
Yeah, right? I mean, my Execute that I caught took me 2 or 3 Pokeballs to just catch.
No, one.
Same my Beedrill. My Beedrill.
Pedro.
That's a whole different story.
I
There.
caught an Eevee. It's pretty much the most rare one I've found so far.
Nice.
I
They're
played-
pretty common.
I played Pokemon.
Yeah, I could imagine.
I played Pokemon Blue one time.
Yeah, what'd you catch?
The first 150 Pokemon that were included.
You caught your Pokemon
So he
Master?
caught the one that he got when he started the game.
Yeah, I caught my Charmander.
He got the one.
Holy fuck, what was your starter? That's a good question. What was your starter?
I picked Squirtle.
Well, it fucked us over. We picked Charmander, but then the servers crashed. We ended up with Bulbasaur.
Oh.
I'm a Charmander. I go with Brandon. I always go Charmander. No, I always go with the farter. The fire starter Pokemon in any game. I'll always go
I
fire.
didn't want Bulbasaur,
Fire's the
but that's
most
what he
badass.
has.
Yeah, fire is the most badass.
Charmander's just adorable.
I didn't know what the hell I was doing at first, so I just kind of like swiped and it hit Squirtle. I didn't mean to, which is just what happened. But Squirtle's cool. I like him.
I don't use any of my starter Pokemon, like for gym battles, because they're awful. They're like combat points 12, and I was like, I'm not gonna do anything with you. So, yeah, I went to the gym battle and I had a like combat point 200 and some odd executor, and I was like going up against the Ghastly with like 141, and it was like the trainer's like first Pokemon, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be easy, and like I wrecked the Ghastly, and then his like next Pokemon comes out, and like it like got progressively harder, and by the time I got to like his third Pokemon, he literally wiped out my entire team, and I was like, well, I fucked up, so I guess I need more stronger Pokemon.
So what does that mean if you lose a battle at a gym?
Your Pokemon basically lose all their health, so you gotta like revive them. But basically, I haven't like read enough into it or anything. But it's like Pokemon, like each gym, which is like weird because like most of the time they're like churches.
AutoZone by us.
AutoZone
I actually heard there was one in the mall.
There's two in the mall. There's one on both sides. So one by the carousel is a gym, and the one by the
ice cream place on the other side?
not the ice cream place, the Bobby's Burger, like the sculpture that they have there, like the water fountain sculpture thing that they have.
Okay.
So they're both like gyms on like each side, and there's like an actual Poke store inside the mall. And it's a little weird.
Have you ever ran into another person playing the game?
Nope, not yet. Other than my girlfriend who lives next to me.
Who's not here right now?
She's not here.
Yeah.
She died in a terrible Pokemon accident.
Electrocuted by Pikachu.
Oh yeah, speaking of Pikachu, has anyone ever saw Pikachu yet?
No.
No.
Yeah, right? Fuck that. That's
It's
everyone's...
gonna be like the whole red or blue doesn't happen until like probably an upgrade.
Fucking... Oh, that was my other question. So what, are they only doing the original 151? Because
I hope so.
I feel like that's all they're doing.
For now.
Well, no, because I want to go to like an ice cream store and get the ice cream Pokemon.
I knew that was coming up because we were talking
Like
about
that's
too.
what I want. We went to
Queen.
Menchie's yesterday, and I was like, I wonder if that ice cream.
Brandon hates this conversation. We keep talking about this the entire podcast.
It says in the settings or something how many Kanto points you have. So I'm guessing eventually they're gonna go into was it Johto was the next one?
Yeah, Johto, and then fuck all after that. I don't know really much after that.
So yeah, they're probably starting with 151 because this game seems to be aimed at us that want to look at Pokemon as nostalgia. It's not like it's a kid's game. Yeah, it's not gonna have any violence or murder or sex in it. I don't think, but
So Pikachu gets
well,
caught raping
did
people.
anyone try and put like pussy liquor as their like username?
No.
I want to see like what
I did actually.
I want to.
I believe she actually tried to put in
I tried to put balls and it wouldn't let me.
Yeah, so I'm assuming it is kid friendly.
Yeah.
But it seems to be aimed more at our age people.
I guess.
That's my impression.
So what if you put in cat liquor? Will that still work?
Can't liquor?
I mean,
Liquor?
I
you
spelled
could
balls
possibly
the wrong way
spell it
on
with
my
like a combination of letters and numbers, and it might actually go through.
I guess the people who
Is it
are,
really worth the effort though?
Yeah.
Yeah. For the people that like it.
So I could become a gym leader called Cunt Liquor or something. But with like letters and numbers, why not? I'd start over my game just for that.
We're adults.
We are adults. Welcome to the
Sorry,
Nerdy Brew.
bro.
We drink beer and
We
cuss.
drink beer, we cuss, and we don't apologize, really. We're bad at that part.
Sorry.
So does anyone watch The Flash?
I didn't watch this season.
All right.
I do.
Do you? But I know you're a fan of comics. So
I just rewatched the first season. Hopefully.
do you
Netflix
you know
is
the
behind.
you know the storyline, the Flashpoint?
Yeah.
All right. So
I just watched the new Flashpoint.
The animated series, yeah, thing.
one.
So apparently
Amazing.
what they're gonna and all the characters in there. So this is good for you. So apparently in season 3 of the Flash, they're actually doing Flashpoint as the storyline, which they kind of ended off with season 2 with that, where he kind of went back in time and changed time completely, where he necessarily doesn't become the Flash. So
I knew they were going to do this at some point. It makes it harder for people that don't read the comics or watch the animated things for them to catch on. So if they're just watching the show, that's what sometimes might make people drop off.
yeah, but not only that, but like in Flashpoint, you have people like Batman and Green Lantern and Wonder Woman and
They all have
Aquaman,
different
who are all,
perspectives.
yeah, exactly, and it's
Which
weird.
I like the Flashpoint, the animated one. That perspective on Batman was amazing.
Where it was his father
Father
instead.
and the Joker was his mother.
Yeah, that was shit
That
was
was
crazy.
some shit.
If you
Anyone
guys haven't
already
watched
saw
it,
it,
I
just
think it's
watch
on
it.
Netflix
Yeah.
actually. Watch it on Netflix. It's fucking. I know you probably don't like animated like superhero shit, but like go watch this.
It was a more violent one.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
they kill people.
pretty good. That and the Damian Wayne one. But yeah, no, it's definitely gonna be strange because all those characters are kind of vital in the storyline. So to see them not have people like Batman or Green Arrow or Aquaman and Wonder Woman in the story, and instead it's going to be mostly the Flash. And I'm sure there's going to be Arrow stuff in it because Stephen Amell already said that it's going to affect the universe for Arrow as well. It's going to be like a strange way they do it, and I know they said they're going to do it their own way, but I'm really excited, honestly, to see where it goes, and hopefully it does well.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be hard because, there's no... I mean, the Wonder Woman just came out, but that wasn't owned by the CW, so they can't really bring in those characters unless they get licensed to bring them in, so it's only going to be, like, really Arrow...
Well, they have, like, Arrow, they have now
Reverse.
Supergirl.
Is that CW?
Mhm. Yeah, CBS gave up the rights to CW.
Good.
I guess it wasn't doing well on CBS or whatever, but yeah. So now, so like their week now is their week now is like Flash, Arrow, Supergirl, Legends of Tomorrow. I think.
Legends of Tomorrow still got signed off for
Yep,
the season.
another season.
Really?
It actually ended pretty well. They're gonna have Citizen Steel in the new season, so it'll be interesting to see what they do. But I know you guys are getting bored with this, so we'll move on to the next topic.
I think Brandon hates this entire episode.
He really does.
While we're on TV shows, though, you guys watch Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. at all?
I dropped off
I
third
tried
season.
to.
I watched like the first season and I was like, this fucking sucks.
I couldn't get that.
See,
I watched like.
I'd rather watch. I'd rather watch Heroes.
The thing
Oh,
is,
God.
it gets progressively better.
Well, yeah, now they're bringing in, what is it? What are they called?
Inhumans.
Inhumans?
Inhumans, yeah,
Yeah.
and that starts in season 2. If you
yeah,
watch
but
season
not
1 and you
much,
didn't like
really.
it, then you're not gonna like it.
No,
But
it's a lot of drama versus action.
Well, that's what I think. I think it's like more. It's like less
Storyline.
superheroes and more like backstory characters that aren't like.
Agent Coulson's
It's
pretty
Coulson
funny,
and his crew.
Yeah,
Coulson
Coulson and his
is
crew.
cool.
That's what it is. But
Yeah,
I like
Coulson
Coulson.
does drop
I just-
off.
Coulson's
bit
good. It's
towards-
just there wasn't as much going on as it was
Let's have a
in the movies.
conversation. Let them have a conversation.
it was a weird character choice to use as the lead, but I think it works. I think they really wanted the actor.
The
more than anything
female?
else. No, Phil Coulson.
Oh, Coulson, yeah.
I think they wanted the actor. He
Well, it
was
like
great.
started off weird because he dies in Avengers.
The first one.
Yeah. And then like this TV show comes out and he's on it, and you're like, is this like pre-Avengers? Is this post-Avengers? Is he alive? Is it all like? And then they kind of explain his story that he died.
He died.
He died.
He died and they got
brought back to
resurrected
life.
or something. Yeah.
It's
Actually, a
resurrected
big plot point towards the end of season 1. I don't know how far you got.
No, I got like halfway and I was like, this fucking sucks.
Yeah.
There's
It was
like it's very strange because when it first starts out, they're all self-contained episodes. It's like it's like a crew and they're meeting around the table. They have a mission, and the mission ends by the time the episode ends, and it's done. But like at one point, something just clicks, and it just becomes more serialized, and storylines continue from one episode to another. I think you got to reach that point to really appreciate it.
That sounds like every other TV show on the networks right
and
now.
then it all splits off. Like you want to know why this person's back. Who's this one's father? Why does she have powers? Why? Oh, this one turns out to be evil. What? made
Who's
him
Rey's
evil?
parents?
Is he really evil?
From Star Wars.
It kind of turns out like that in
Actually,
Marvel.
now that you bring
with
that
who
up,
Sky's parents
I have
are.
an interesting theory on that one.
That's actually kind of weird now that you think about it.
What?
What
Who's
if
Rey's parents? Did you get to figure like?
What if
Earlier it was who
Rey-
Sky parents really were.
Yeah, I guess.
and Kylo Ren
Wait,
were
what?
brother and sister?
I'm 100% sure they probably are. I kind of feel like they are, especially the fact that when he's like, "What girl?" Like in the one scene with the.
Oh yeah, he definitely knows about. I don't think they're brother and
They're-
sister. I
they're
think they're
pulling-
probably cousins.
They're pulling a Luke and
Yeah,
Leia.
yeah, I think they're like.
They're pulling a Luke and Leia. They're gonna be family
It's Luke
hidden
and
from
whoever
each other.
Luke knocked up. And like,
Hopefully an alien bitch.
and like he knows, because that's what I think. Because I don't, because otherwise I feel like Han Solo would have been more protective than he was of her. So I'm thinking it's more of a cousin type situation, like it was Luke's kid.
Maybe
And
it's
that's
Luke.
why he
Maybe
knows.
it's Luke and Leia's kid, and Han doesn't know.
Ooh.
Well, they did make out that one.
Ooh,
Yeah.
incest. All right. Well, they
Maybe
they did
one
kiss.
drunken
In
night,
space, it's not. It's,
she went into the wrong room and thought it was Han. I'm just saying, it's possible.
in space. No
In
one knows
space.
what side of the family you're on.
Let's move on.
I read a theory that
Anyway.
someone said that Rey might be the reincarnation of Anakin Skywalker.
Yeah, I read that
I'm
storyline
done with
theory.
their
Nah,
reincarnation
That's
one.
gonna be
fucking
bullshit.
done
They
with
won't
that.
take it that far.
If they do, I will lose a little faith in Star Wars.
Let's still
I
watch
kind
it.
of like the idea.
I'll still watch it. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm not gonna bring that up too much because I'm excited for the next 3 movies that they have coming, so I don't
Rogue
want to
One.
ruin anything. Oh, I'm super
The
excited
fact
for
that
Rogue One.
the reason why they post back Rogue One is still hilarious.
Oh,
It was
because
too much
it's-
like a war movie.
Yeah, well, it's Star Wars.
Well, it's still coming out. It's still coming out in December. I think they just went to reshoot.
Yeah, they
stuff.
went to reshoot it, but that's
A
hilarious.
lot of people are saying it's like, well, if you have Disney backing you and you have the money to do it and perfect it, why not do it?
It was the
Yeah.
same thing with Suicide Squad. They
Why
pushed
not-
that back
Why
because
not
there
put
was
out
not enough
something that
comedy.
you want to put out versus just pushing it out?
Yeah.
Makes a lot more sense. Okay, so
Anyway, what else you got?
I got nothing. What about you guys? I know someone said Resident Evil 7. So we
Resident-
talked a little
Resident
bit.
Evil 7, yeah. I mean, if you play the demo, it's a different version. It's more towards the. If you anyone got a chance to play PT before it was
I did
Sadly,
not.
taken away.
Sadly,
Very
If
angry
you
about
anyone that played
Fucking
PT
Uncharted watch?
or watched
I do.
any trailer
Awesome.
on it, it gets
See
to
it
a
from the
point
Kindle?
where
Naughty Dog?
you're just
I
going
did not.
through
It
a
was,
house, which is
Naughty
how
Dog
Resident Evil
Console.
is.
On GameStop.
And
Let's,
it's
let's not pay
violent.
attention to Nate.
Yeah,
So
right.
I'm listening, but I was amused by his Uncharted watch. I don't know if you can't
Go
really
ahead,
see
Nate.
that.
Naughty Dog.
Sponsors Naughty Dog.
I give you permission.
This is the guy who does your reviews.
On one game so far.
You're gonna have to-
Well, it's gonna take a while. Anyway, so you were saying
Wait.
something about Resident Evil. Yeah, I definitely think it's close to what PT was in the demo aspect. Like I said on the E3 podcast last time, I've never really played Resident Evil and I never really cared for it.
Oh, you were such a communist.
I know. You said that last
I
time.
mean, it's better than the
Get new
last.
jokes.
So far, for playing this one, it's a lot better than the last one because it's more of a day-to-day style video game where you're just one person searching through a house, and it brings back kind of the first game's feelings
1
where
and 2.
you don't know what's about to happen. You're not sure if there's people, and even after it cuts off, because it really it's maybe 10 minutes of actual gameplay at the moment.
If you do it right, you
Yeah.
can spend like
Well, if you spin it right and look and try to figure out, because at one point you go through the house and there's different things to activate. There's different things you collect. There's a figure that I'm still not quite sure where that goes
No one
to.
is.
No one is.
Yeah, but as you go through it, like you don't know the person that knocks you out at the end of the thing. He looks fucked up, but you don't know if it's just a person that looks
I
fucked
think
up.
he's just a
or if
backwoods
it's-
guy.
Yeah,
Someone who
or
probably
it's
doesn't.
something that's
Probably like a
some
cousin
redneck.
fucker or something, you know.
I take nothing away from part 5 or 6. Capcom was just ambitious. They wanted to try something new. And they were good in their own way.
I still
But
don't
this
like
one
5.
here
I'm
looks
sorry.
like it's going to bring back the feel of 1 and 2
It was more
and
uh,
0.
wait, what? The word.
Dick?
It was more dick. Oh, so much dick. It had more atmosphere to it, which I like as it playing through a game because you get into it because you don't have a point click. I have to go over here.
Yeah.
I know I have to go over here. It's just open. Like, what part of the house should I go to first? It's not. You have to go upstairs to get this, and then you have to come back downstairs to get this. You have to figure out where you have to go yourself. You can just.
I never
walk
heard the
around.
term "this game is open and inside of a house" in the same sentence. You just did it
Yes.
though.
Well, I don't know if you read,
Cheers to
but
Nate.
according to Capcom, everything that you played in the Resident Evil 7 demo
Is in
has
the game.
absolutely nothing to do with the game. That is
It's
just a
just-
tech
it's just like
demo
a,
showing
"Here."
what it can do. It is not going to be a ghost story, regardless of what people might think. In the demo, supposedly there's a ghost girl wandering around at several different positions in the demo that you can find. Would not be surprised if the hillbilly hick farmer type dude is maintained in the game, because the tagline is "Welcome to the family."
Yeah.
So wouldn't be surprised if he makes it into the game.
I think this one's definitely going to be more of someone was trying to create something and it went horribly wrong versus just a zombie outbreak.
I have a feeling like this one's going to have more to do with the terrorists have gotten their hands on biological weapons.
Wasn't that in the movie? It was
The fact of how you look and you go, the terrorist!
the goddamn terrorist. The it wasn't that the plot in the latest movie, the most recent
America.
one. It was they sold it off to different countries.
No, the latest one. What are you talking about, six?
Movie. No, the movie was,
movie.
yeah. Yeah, right. It was like they had like a
Yes,
Russia.
they were
a
selling it
China,
off to
yeah.
different countries. They were showing one country what it could do potentially to another country,
yeah.
and then vice versa in an isolated
Incident.
staging area.
Yeah.
and then that country would then make a bid on the virus, and they were selling it against each other.
I mean, that'd be a pretty cool storyline, I guess, if they did it that way. Like I said, I've never really been a big fan of Resident Evil, but I might actually get interested in this game, especially with the Sony VR stuff. It's definitely gonna bring a whole new fucking level to it of fear.
Especially, I mean, I would take for your not being realtor is just give like the demo a try. Because if you look at that and think of how it could be on VR, because you're literally just in a dark house where you're hearing things. Because it was a lot of it, you have to turn the volume up to when you're playing it. Because a lot of it is just you're hearing creaks, you're hearing whispers. So
Floorboards.
Floorboards.
Yeah.
Like as you're moving, you hear every step you're taking, every breath you're making. So with that,
Every move you're taking,
I'll
be missing you.
like with that
Yeah,
and VR, it'll probably be amazing. Just to be in that atmosphere, because you obviously with VR, you're gonna think that you're actually there. So to be going through a dark house, I mean, I hate going through my own house in the dark. So I mean,
No, it's funny that you brought up Sony in that instance, though. They just
Clean
absolutely. Actually, they just released a new Resident Evil. It it's not a typical Resident Evil.
Talking about the remake or
No. It's a third-person shooter. It's I don't know. I watched the trailer for it. It's not very Resident Evil-ish. It's more like
it's not holding
Mercenaries.
It's no.
Does it add on to the plot like
No,
the storyline?
I don't believe so. I think it's its own thing.
So
It's a multiplayer
help me.
PSN game.
I'm being
They're
against
charging
my
$40
will.
for it, and I don't know if I want to drop the money on it. Visually, it looks decent. It looks like it plays like shit, though.
Is it one of those stop shoot?
No. It's a running gun. It's similar to Outbreak. Was it Outbreak?
I don't know, I
in
didn't
the
play
city?
Outbreak.
But even
the
with
last
that, it
360
was
game of
still
time?
like you were running a
Yeah,
shooting, but it was
Outbreak,
still like who
No,
had to shoot
Outbreak.
like this?
Outbreak wasn't like that. Outbreak was a running gun. Outbreak was the one where they sent in the cleanup crew to clean out the city. It took place after all the Resident
Okay.
Evils. It was the last one released from the 360. This one looks similar to that. They just have more abilities. So you have melee attacks now. One of them actually looked pretty cool. Grabbed the zombie up by the throat and started using him as bullet shield while he was firing around him. That looked kind of cool.
Like
But-
it Gears warned it for a second there.
Yeah, kind of. I just can't see myself blowing $40 on a multiplayer only game that it's probably going to wind up being a piece of shit.
I'm tired of all this. Like I understand it's money for these multiplayer games, but sometimes you just want to sit down by yourself
Yes.
and play a game.
Yes. I mean,
I-
even if I want to sit down by myself, I got you guys. I got my wife. We like to split screen.
Yeah.
I mean, localized. I don't always want to be strictly online.
Especially because anymore they don't allow you to split screen the online.
Yeah, a lot of the
Nah.
new games, except for honestly the Call of Duty series,
Yes.
which is
Good job, Activision.
I don't really
Good
care
job,
for the Call of Duty
Treyarch.
series, but it's one thing I'll give it props is that it keeps with the split screen, and I like that because like I don't play it. The only time I ever play is when I come over to Brandon's house and we sit down and play Call of Duty, which we'll actually be having a series coming out where we try and go through realistic mode. So look out for that. But
On
we'll-
that topic, though, big props to Gearbox. Handsome Jack Collection, a few months old, but 4-player split screen.
yeah, we have it.
4-player.
Someone doesn't care for it though because she can't control the sticks.
Ah.
No one's here. What are you
Borderlands.
talking about? What are you
Oh yeah,
talking
no one's
about?
here. Sorry, no one's here.
There's somebody in this.
That's why
In the
we're gonna
vicinity
have
of
the
the
there's no one
women
here.
play.
There's no one here. There's no one here. So anyway, but yeah, that's one thing I'll give props to. Speaking of Call of Duty though, you brought up to my attention
Yeah,
the Roman War thing.
I would have played the shit out of that.
I don't know how I feel about that because when I think of Call of Duty, I think of guns and things like that. And I think the play style for Call of Duty, I just don't think it would translate well to a Roman War. So I'm glad it didn't come out because it may have actually like killed them.
I don't think it
Because
would've.
back into, well, I think it was production of 2008, and it was supposed to be coming out 2013. So maybe not killed them, but I think it would definitely would have like been like, what the fuck are you doing kind of situation.
You probably saw how like Rome went because that had such
Rise.
yeah
Rise.
Rise.
It was complete utter trash.
It had such hopes, and then it was like an hour of gameplay.
I didn't even finish it. I played the first half hour, and it was just so repetitive and just painful to try and get through that I just.
At one point, it was
couldn't.
like Indiana Jones. You had to run away from like a
Boulder?
Boulder.
Ah,
Like
no.
what?
But yeah, I don't know. I watched the video about it, about like what the whole thing was gonna be about, and it was back when Call of Duty did a lot of like jumping between characters and a storyline, which I always enjoyed.
It keeps it interesting.
Yeah, it keeps a different perspective, which is good. But so you would be like an officer, or like a grunt, or like a general, or whatever, and you keep bouncing around, and like your tank for like the game would be like an elephant. I mean, it's interesting, but I don't think. I think like if you slapped a different name on it and didn't call it Call of Duty, I would enjoy it more than if you call it Call of Duty. Because I'd be expecting something completely different in a Call of Duty game than playing like a Roman War era thing. Like if they went back to World War One, like Battlefield 1's doing, I would probably enjoy Call of Duty more of that. Like if they went back in time and did like a World War II or World War One game again, that would be good.
Well, let me bring up Far Cry Primal. They
Fucking
did it.
awesome. But
They
that's,
did it.
Yeah, but
They went back further.
they went back way further.
See?
But that was
It's a different type of thing because like you were going in expecting it to be that, but because
well, I mean, if,
Far Cry has always been a little bit
Far
different.
Cry,
than,
you have expected it to be guns, explosions,
I don't-
explosions,
No, because Far Cry
and then they go
had,
all the way back to primal medieval
because Far Cry
primal
always had
ages.
different types of weaponry, so you are always expecting guns in Far Cry.
yeah, I mean, you did get a bow and arrow, like
Yeah.
3 or 4, whatever it was, the one before that. So, but I see for
Plus,
me,
you could have a pet wolf. Who doesn't want a pet wolf
Yeah.
to attack people?
for my
I don't know. I'm not knocking Far Cry by any means. It's a fabulous series, but
I shall call you Fluffy.
If,
You shall call me Buddy.
if they can go back, why not Call of Duty? You figure they did World War One. No, they didn't. They did World War Two, and then they did the Modern Warfare, the current day
stuff.
weaponry,
Yeah.
and then they went back and did World at War, which was World War Two again. And then they did and then they came back to the Modern Warfare. Then they went back and did Black Ops, which was Vietnam era.
That Black Ops 2.
And then they went forward
No,
and
three.
did another Modern Warfare, and then back to do another Black
2.
Ops, which was another. That was a mixture of the Cuban Bay of Pigs, and the Fidel Castro incidents, and
Cuban War crisis.
they actually threw in World War II a little bit in there. And then they went back again forward and did
Advanced Warfare.
Advanced Warfare
That's
and
where-
Ghosts,
That's where it went
and
downhill.
then Black Ops
And then
3, which
now
we
they
will not
didn't even
mention.
go in time. They
Yeah.
went trapped in your mind. Now
Yeah.
it's all fucking acid
So
trip.
why not go back again and do a Roman Empire? I mean, everybody's been clamoring for some kind of a Roman game. For Christ's sakes, they've been
I mean, you've
begging.
God of War.
They've been begging EA for I don't know how long to do a Roman Assassin's Creed or a China Assassin's Creed. Why not do a Call of Duty?
Yeah. I don't know.
Because maybe they're afraid of like the mummy
They were. I mean, the
experience.
Romans fought. Their armies weren't that different.
Yeah, but everyone knows how the rope dies. Like when you play a game, you want to win.
I mean, you
If you
still
play, if you're
win
playing
in
a
the
game
games,
as, if
but
you play
the
a game
end
as Rome, you
result,
know how it's
you know.
going to end.
You pretty much know how all Call of Duty games are going to end. I mean, World War II.
DLC.
I mean, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure at one point you play in the old Call of Duties. Do you play as German soldiers? I think at one point.
I don't.
I remember picking up like an MP44 or
Yeah,
MP40.
no, you pick
or
up their
something.
weapons. Oh, you know what? I think you do.
Yeah, you do.
No, Russian.
Russian, okay.
You play as Russian.
So you
soldiers.
still don't lose the war, but yeah,
Um,
you're still not a good guy.
I mean, they could always Inception it. They could.
Oh, they should make like an Inglorious
What
Bastard
was,
style. Where
what was the game where the
I play that. As
the Nazis took over? They actually it was
Homecoming, right?
no, that was one. There was another really shitty one.
Wolfenstein.
No,
Home front.
no.
Yeah, Homefront. Yeah.
I'll think about it later. There was another really shitty game where you played as a construction worker, and
Fallout.
Fall of Liberty, I think it was. I don't know.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah,
You played as
That
a
was way back
construction
when.
worker, and the Nazis came in, and we were caught with our pants down. They took over the city, they attacked, and they had to form groups to fight back, take back the city.
Red Dawn.
Why not Inception that in the Roman era too?
Yeah.
So
I'll see.
the Romans technically didn't lose.
You know what game series I miss? Medal of Honor.
Mario Brothers.
Oh, well. There's still Mario Brothers. There's plenty of it. Medal of Honor.
I don't miss it.
What?
I don't miss it.
Why? I loved it. The last game they did that was really well was Medal of Honor Airborne. Fucking
I
phenomenal.
hated Airborne.
Like, why would you hate being a paratrooper?
Because I just hate the aspect.
The-
And I've never really liked games where I've had to control
A
a
parachute?
plane or anything like that.
The only good Medal of Honor game was Frontlines.
The new one?
No. I believe it was Frontlines. The very first one for the PS.
Oh, okay, yeah. Wait.
When they assaulted Normandy Beach. That was phenomenal. That was so well done.
Did they
for
do a new
PS2.
game anytime soon?
Medal of Honor? Last one they did was Airborne 2, I believe.
No. I think didn't they do a remake of Medal of Honor?
No, they did.
It was a new saga, like it was a
They
new
did
era.
1 and 2.
Yeah.
They did 1 and 2. It was modern day.
Yeah, it was awful.
I can't say that. They
No?
weren't. Number one, the first one was kind of was almost unplayable. It was pretty bad. The second one picked up the slack. The second one was actually pretty decent. I thoroughly enjoyed the
Crash
second one.
Bandicoot, it's fun.
Oh,
You're remastering that, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but that doesn't count.
it
Nah,
does.
It doesn't
Why would it
matter.
not?
It's a new Crash
The
Bandicoot.
the Ratchet and Clank series got remastered, and apparently everyone fucking loved it.
Well, hold on. That's a whole new game. They're very vague on what
Game based on the
remastering
movie,
means.
based on the game.
Well, no,
Yeah.
it was,
That's more of a reboot.
Yeah.
well, they followed the same storyline, but they added in like new content and stuff.
Yeah, but it was a new game. It's very. They didn't give any details of what the new Crash Bandicoot would be. They just said a remaster, so we don't know exactly.
Oh well, yeah. I mean,
They're just, let's be real,
they
they're just
said
going to take 1,
one.
2, and 3 and
They said
throw them
1,
all
2,
better graphics.
3,
It's
and
gonna be in HD now.
Warped. No, Warped was 2, wasn't it? No, Cortex Revenge. Warped was 3. I don't know. What
Or
else?
2 or 3.
Warped was 3. Crash, and then it was Cortex Revenge 2.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, 1, 2, and 3. But yeah, I mean, it's gonna be awesome.
Speaking of remasters, I was misinformed. Come to find out, it actually kind of is swaying my decision on a purchase. BioShock
I plan on buying
is
that.
coming out with a remaster. I was under the assumption, I was told that it was only going to be BioShock 1 and 2.
Nope, all.
It is not. It is BioShock 1, BioShock 2, and BioShock Infinite.
Which is
I'm
the best
buying it.
one.
As
Nice.
soon
Best one.
I might actually buy because I
beg to
never,
differ. I loved 1.
I never really got
love
into the
1 too,
series.
but when
I
played
started one.
Infinite, that was
I
it.
rage quit. I will admit that. I rage quit like a motherfucker all day.
Would you kindly?
What?
You sure you
Would
played
you
part 1?
Would you kindly? Would
He
you
didn't play part 1.
kindly?
He didn't play part 1.
That's it.
All right,
The
one
main,
of
the main villain was asking you the entire game
Oh, would you,
at the
yeah,
end of
would you-
every statement.
you-
Would you kindly?
What'd you call it? Fucking hate that
Oh,
intercom.
it was so
That
good.
intercom just got annoying after a while.
Oh my
Fucking,
God, Nate.
Big Brother.
Another reboot that I
Oh,
hope
wow,
is happening
Get
still.
your ass off me.
After we make some adjustments here. Batman, Arkham City, Arkham Asylum Combo Pack HD reboot. Remake.
Yeah, the Return to Arkham series.
Yeah. Unfortunately, has gotten suspended indefinitely. We're supposed to be releasing
29th of this month.
29th of this month. Rocksteady came out and admitted that they are not happy with the progress that's being made with it. So
I think they said specifically they wanted to polish it up more, which I'm completely okay with considering Arkham Knight came out like a year ago.
yeah,
So I'm not too worried about like getting a new Arkham game or a remastered Arkham series because you still have that game that came out like a year ago. So if they want to keep with polishing it up and making it look prettier and prettier and making it look better, whatever, maybe
Don't look
adding some
Batmobile.
stuff,
Just don't
I'm
look at
completely okay with that. But indefinitely,
the only
that kind of scares
Marvel
me.
the only thing that upset me was the fact that they just announced it April,
E3, yeah, a little bit before E E3.
and then they turn around and they wait this close to a release date to say, hey guys, we're gonna suspend
Yeah,
it
20 days
indefinitely.
away, basically.
You can't do that. You can't get somebody's hopes up, your fans' hopes up. Like, oh shit, my game comes out in like 3 weeks. I'm so psyched for this, and then, oh, it's not really ready yet. You got to give some advance notice on that one.
Yeah. I know you were mentioning before this podcast, you were talking about the Microsoft crossplay thing.
Yeah, from what I was reading, Microsoft has come forward and announced that everything pre-E3 is not going to be. Well, first of all, let's go over the crossplay thing. At E3, they announced that they were going to institute crossplay between Xbox One and PC, so that the gamers on the two consoles could game together. Well, they also came forward this past week saying that the crossplay is only going to affect games from E3 on. Anything prior to E3 is not going to be crossplay compatible.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure I was reading correctly. It says every game E3 on. I think maybe starting with. I don't think E3 on. I don't think anything new coming out, but I think anything after Gears of War.
I think Gears and Titanfall were
the first two
announced.
Yeah. So I think anything going on from that is going to be crossplay, which is going to be awesome. And that brings up the point with someone saying, and I know you mentioned it before, is that they're not going to make console exclusive games anymore because technically they're not console exclusive anymore. Now they're not backwards compatible, but now they're compatible also with Windows 10, which I think it's not like Gears is going to go to PlayStation, and it's not like
that'll never happen.
Halo's going to go to PlayStation. It's just going to be now they're compatible with both the Windows PC and your console. So that's where it gets a little tricky with like when people like use certain like terminology and stuff of like console only kind of stuff. So, but yeah, I mean, it's
I play my Steam games on my Xbox.
No, but you could buy a Steam box whenever that fucking shit comes out.
It's out already.
Is it?
Yeah, because I've shipped a whole bunch of my jobs.
Oh, why was I not told?
It's about, I think it was like $70.
Microsoft did make one more announcement in their on their behalf. When Project Scorpio finally does release, current Xbox One owners are not going to have to pay full ticket price for it. They're going to partner up with their current partners, i.e. GameStop, Best Buy. They're going to run promotions where you can trade in your old Xbox.
Of course.
Get a nice chunk of change off of it so you don't have to pay the full price
I'm
for
sure
it.
they'll give you $200.
That's better than the $100 they're giving now.
Yeah.
They said with Project Scorpio, they're hoping to stop this whole console generation thing. They want to have one console.
That'll never happen.
That's what they said though. They said they want one thing that'll be. It made it seem like they want one piece of equipment that'll be compatible with everything from now on. It would make sense with the Windows 10 compatibility.
That's almost as ludicrous as saying Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo are going to form a super system to end all systems and just play everything. It won't happen because they'll lose money.
It seems like though that they're having
Wait,
sort
they're
of
going to make
a
it
paradigm
seem like
shift.
that so it makes you buy it.
Imagine
And then
Nintendo.
next year they'll come out with something else.
Nintendo and Sega getting together and they call it a Nega.
Nega.
That's
You just want to
slightly
get as
racist.
close as you can without me slapping you.
Yeah,
That's very close to being racist, but okay.
But I don't know. I did hear that, especially it was at E3 even that they really wanted to have like the console of consoles, where it's instead of having to buy a new console every so often, you basically just upgrade the console. Which basically you're saying, well, then why don't I just buy a PC and game on PC? But I mean, if I can then like buy a main box and then be like, well, I want this graphics card or this graphics card in it, or this hard drive and this hard drive, and give me choices of doing that and kind of making my own console, but still having the great quality of like Microsoft behind it, why not do that? You know?
It seems like that's where they're going. That's the paradigm shift that they want.
Do you want Cyberman? This is how you get Cyberman.
Cider mouth.
Yes, Cider Mouth.
Cyberman, like
He's drinking this Smirnoff Ice.
from
You guys don't know that.
from like Cyberman from like the Dragon Ball saga.
No.
From
Dr.
the
Beast
cell?
Saga.
Oh, from.
Are you getting something confused with Slender Man?
No.
No, he's not talking about his penis. I think on that note,
We make dick
we
jokes.
can kind of end the podcast. I think that's kind of all the topics we wanted to go over. So,
I feel like we missed one, but that's okay.
Hey, you started watching Game of
Brandon
Thrones,
didn't
right?
mention any topic, so thank you. Whatever the
no, he did. He mentioned his topics.
I got my Microsoft topics.
And his,
Paul,
my
why are you
Sony
here?
topics.
Pokemon Go. He was here to promote, and he's here to drink.
Yeah, motherfucker.
Well, he drink holiday.
I'm drinking no name beer right now.
He's drinking Omi Gang.
He's really afraid of
Blue Ribbon.
promoting
Blue
it. I mean, they can't sue us for nothing that we have.
You can't shut us down.
Yeah, I got nothing. So
Oh my gang.
Now we have.
3 philosophers. Should you
What's the
If you
percentage?
bet- oh God!
What's the percentage of alcohol in that? 7?
9.8.
Jesus fucking tits. Paul's drunk. Paul, we're gonna have to wheelbarrow Paul home.
Well, at least he doesn't think his limit is
Who's got
blacking
the-
out anymore.
who's
so
got the number
we're
for
all
Uber?
good there.
All right, so
before we
fuck.
Wait,
wrap up.
Before
here.
we
I know
fuck-
you,
no,
I
let's
know
not.
you do the weekend review and whatnot.
Yeah.
But a couple things coming out next week that you might want to keep your eyes open for. Everybody
Why are we talking
watching
about this
and
on
us.
the video?
The shitty Ghostbuster movie comes out next week.
Don't. Okay, here's this. If you really are against watching it and the fact that it's a horrible remake, I'm not saying anything about it's because of women. No.
It's always
It
because of
is-
women.
It is just
Women ruin it.
they took a great movie and they put in sexualized jokes and horrible commentary and jokes and it just looks bad. If you really are against it, don't go and see it to make fun of it. Just don't see it, and then,
I'm
then
gonna
they'll
see
get
it
the
to
point.
see if
They're-
it beats my
Is that
expectations.
sexualized?
They're gonna get my money because they brought that.
Well, yeah,
stuff up.
because they make like
And
oh,
Slimer.
why?
Come
Because
on
I'm a
now.
girl, you know.
Why, 'cause I'm
basically,
black?
Yeah, like that. Yeah, because the girl. Oh, every joke she has is
I
because
don't
I'm
know.
black.
I don't know if it's because of women.
And the
or if
original
it's
guy
'cause
never
I'm
said
black.
any shit like
yeah,
this.
yes.
All right, well,
And
so let's end it off on.
Granted, the original
GameStop
cast is
songs
also
of the-
alive. Too.
You want to mention Song of the Deep, so.
Song of the Deep comes out next week. I'm gonna
Deep
plug
ass.
GameStop for a change. I do business with them quite often, but not a real big plugger of big corporate memberships like that. But they do have a proprietized game. They made it as a company. It's called Song of the Deep. It sounds kind of intriguing. I have my copy pre-ordered. I'll put out a review so everybody knows yay or nay. It's only $15 for a next gen console title. It's not a bad deal.
Is it like an indie game or?
It's
Like
their
a-
indie game.
like it's.
What
like
is
a
it
short-
about? Let's get to that
It
point.
is about a girl whose father up and disappears under the
And
ocean,
she becomes a stripper.
and she jumps in her little submarine and
Okay,
goes on the search for him.
I'm done already.
Not-
Sounds like
not-
Bioshock with a woman.
Kind of. It's
I
from
lost
what
my
I was
daddy. Let me go
described-
to submarine
from-
and find him.
From what I was described, it was Castlevania Symphony of the Night meets Metroid.
Interesting.
It's an RPG / underwater shooter.
Yeah.
So
no,
I don't know. We'll see. I get it on Monday.
Yeah, it's all you.
No
So
Man's
you're saying it's
Sky.
like Echo the Dolphin meets fucking. What are you doing, Paul?
I'm trying to get
All
it.
right, we have to stop before Paul gets too drunk.
Look, No Man's Sky's coming out on my birthday.
Oh,
I'm really happy
yeah.
about that.
I thought they pushed that back further.
No,
Wow.
they don't.
August 9th. August 9th.
All right, we really need to cut fuck commentary.
I hope they fucking push that back. Happy birthday, Paul.
You said they hope.
No, I thought they did. Cheers. Fuck you.
Have a good night, guys.
Have a good night.
Fuck you.
Who does that?